Okay, everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, I got a little bit of an informational video for you, or kind of more of a how-to instead of a fishing video. So what I'm going to be covering in this video is how to use the Boonedox landing gear more efficiently whenever you are loading your kayak. Many of us have big, large fishing kayaks that weigh excess of 100 pounds. Now, they're super amazing once you get them on the water, and they're actually not that hard to put onto the water. The hardest part about them is loading them back into your vehicle once you're done with a day of fishing. A lot of us don't want to go out and buy trailers, and we put these things on the back of our truck. Some people even put them on top of their cars. So I have been kind of looking for a lot of ways to make it easier to load my kayak back into my truck with the Boonedox landing gear. And the first solution was actually just buying the Boonedox landing gear. That made it a lot easier and changed a lot of things for me, made the process more smooth. But you can actually take it a little bit further with the landing gear. And the way that you do that is by actually using the landing gear as if it was a trailer. I know that sounds crazy. You may have already thought of it, like myself, just kind of as a joke, been like, man, what if I just drug this thing behind my truck? And I finally was just like, you know what? Why don't I drag it behind my truck? If I drag it at walking speed using my bed extender, as long as the nose isn't touching the ground and as long as the wheels are functioning properly, there should be no issues. It's designed to be pulled like a trailer behind, a person. So why not just do it behind my truck at a very controlled speed? So that's what we're doing in this video. I'm just going to give a quick demonstration to let you guys know that it is possible and it does make loading your kayak a lot easier. So what I do is I tie a loop knot to my front handle and I put a carabiner on it. And on my extender here, it's got two little hooks on the side. And I lift it up and I clip that carabiner onto the hook so that the nose of my kayak is now lifted just underneath my T-bone, and you can see that right there. So once I have that done, I just go to the back and I throw on my wheels, kind of deploy the Boonedox wheels like I normally would. My wheels are deployed like they normally would be, and this is the part where I would normally hike it up the boat ramp, but as you can see here, I'm just going to pull forward with my truck and drag it with my truck like it's a small boat trailer. I'm not going to go very fast. I'm going to go kind of slow so that I don't jar the kayak or jar the landing gear. And I've actually pulled it up with all the gear on top of it to the top of the boat ramp where now somebody else can go down there and I can do everything I need to do on flat land. That's going to make it substantially easier to load this kayak. So if you watch me, I'm going to come around and I'm going to unclip it, and then it's just going to be business as usual loading it. Going to set the nose right on top of the T-bone, walk it down, push it on up. That easy. If I was on an incline, that would have been, a tough thing to do. And then I would be, at this point, out of breath because I've already walked my kayak up. So I think that's a super effective way to use the Boonedox landing gear. Some people might think that it's going to void the warranty, or they might crack their kayak, or they might ruin it. If you are afraid to do that, then by all means, don't do it. But I really don't think there's going to be any kind of issues doing it. Like I said, as long as you're pulling that kayak at walking speed, what's the difference between you walking the kayak up and pulling it up? The only things that I would look out for is like a super bumpy boat ramp. If it's got like potholes, or maybe it's made out of rock and not cement, then you might not want to do this because one of those wheels could get, stuck in the pothole, and that could cause some issues on of itself. But if it's a well-maintained boat ramp, you should have no issues at all. And this will help you move a lot faster, save your back, and get you off the water in a much easier way than I know a lot of you and myself have been doing in the past. So if you think this is a good idea, if you're going to try it, give this video a like. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video.